All right. My friend Mike North, the Chicago Bears are kicking some booty. I think, you know what it is, Big Z? It is JAKIB Karma. That's what we're giving Mike North, is JAKIB Karma with his Bears. I don't want to give too much karma because the last time they roll into Philly, they kicked the shit out of the Eagles. So I don't want to give too much love to them. And then we're going to have our friend Jason Cole at 5:30. Without further ado, we got some big games this weekend, but we also have some dog crap preseason game styles of games this weekend. Without further ado, our friend Big Z, Zander Krause, joins us now. How you doing, Big Z?
What's up, Big Silz? How you doing, brother?
Oh, good, man. So what are you looking for this week, dude?
I'm looking for that Saturday night game.
Okay.
That Niners-Seahawks game, I think is going to be not only a good game, but I think a good indication of maybe the level of talent going into the postseason. And then, for the Eagles game, not much. I'm excited to see Tanner McKee. Remember, he wears an Eagles jersey too. I think he's weirdly become like a polarizing player where people who love Jalen they don't want to give Tanner any credit. People who love Tanner don't want to give Jalen any credit. Tanner wears an Eagles jersey. I think he's a good, exciting young player. I think he's got a lot more upside. I think he's better than where he was drafted, and I'm excited to see him out there. I'm also excited to see a little bit of Tank Bigsby and maybe even some Darius Cooper, because I think Darius Cooper could maybe have a future. But outside of that, let's call a spade, but it's a snooze fest, Sills.
So do you believe it's more about people liking Tanner or the people that don't like Hurts that Tanner McKee is this polarizing guy? Does it really have to is the last name McKee even an issue, or does it have more to do with Hurts?
To me, it's not even about it. To me, it's the style. Because I talked to a guy who on our post game show one time, Caleb. I don't know if he's in the chat right now. Probably he's not, but he might be. O-line guru. And he said a great thing to me about Jalen. And he's a Jalen guy. He loves Jalen. But he said to me, the thing about Jalen is most people, football fans and football players, even if it's tremendously successful, Jalen Hurts' style is not the preferred style of offense, right? It's a little bit more of a clunky offense. It's a little bit uglier. It's not the most traditional pro style offense. And, there are people out there who look at the tremendous amount of talent on this team. And, some of them go back to that. Some of them go to Kevin Petula, wherever people want to go. But I think that's a part of it. And then Tanner McKee has kind of just been the other guy who resembles the opposite. Like, he's the opposite in a way. He's like the antithesis of what Jalen is. He's this tall dude. He can't run, can't jump over a stack of quarters, but he reads defenses and throws the ball over the yard. So I'm excited to watch him play, though. I mean, I think it'll be pretty good. He's not going to have many guys out there to throw the ball to. He's got Jahan Dotson and Darius Cooper. So, but we'll see. I think he'll have a good game. I'm excited to see some of the backups. And by the way, I want them to win the football game. Backups or not, they got to win this football game. So, you got a chance to get the 2 seed. That's a much better road to Santa Clara to get the 2 seed than it is to have the 3 seed. At least in my opinion.
I don't know who wins this game because it's backups playing. To assume that the Eagles taking out all their, like I said, Zander, look at this. You won 11 games right now with the majority of your starters playing. So you're going to take your starters out and you're going to assume that you're going to play and you're going to win? I think that's a reach, man. But I still got you winning.
Well, it is. But, look, you know who we're playing. This Commanders team, they've kind of waved the flags, dude. Like, they just rolled out Mariota. He's done. They're playing Josh Johnson. I don't – will we see Bobby Wagner in this game? I don't know. I don't think this team – I don't think they were very good. And I think they're banged up. I think they're partly in Cancun. I think the thing that Dan Quinn pulled a couple of weeks ago was a stunt to try and get his team, excited for the game. I don't think they give a shit about.
So if they beat you, you'd be disappointed.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys need to win this football game.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think you want to. Yeah, you want to win this game.
Let me ask a question on the league.
Wait, can you imagine this though? If Nick Sirianni decides to sit the starters, they lose the game, and then the Bears lose, and you still don't get the 2 seed.
Completely.
That's what I mean. You got to handle your business here.
Oh yeah, get this then. So like, you're not going to make an adjustment and add players and put players on Sunday if you can win the 2 seed.
Well, I do get where Nick's coming from, where things are out of their control. Like if it was
They
win and
play
get the 2, I
Saturday.
think
It's not that you'll know Saturday night what to do.
that's true.
It's
No,
not out of
no,
your
they
head.
don't. The Bears play on same time on Sunday.
Oh, okay. I thought they
You're
played
thinking,
Saturday.
yeah, The
I'm
Saturday
thinking
night game is
I'm
for the
thinking of
NFC.
Buccaneers, Carolina, right?
Bucks, Carolina, and then you got the night game is San
Okay.
Francisco and Seattle and in San Fran. Yeah.
So they're playing 4 o'clock too, also,
They
right?
play the same exact time.
Okay. Let me ask you something here about style of play and rules of the game and who takes advantage of today's NFL. What style would take advantage more of today's NFL style of how games are called, officiated wise? Hurts or Tanner McKee style? You don't really believe that Jalen Hurts' style of play takes advantage of today's NFL, do you?
Well, I don't, but I do think it's happening more. I mean, and you see, dude, you see it coming up in college too. I mean, all these, you know what I mean? Most guys, that's the style of quarterback. And I joked with John this morning. I don't think the level of quarterback play in the NFL is about to get a whole lot better in the next. Now you're going to see great athletes. You're going to see awesome athletes play the position. I mean, that dude at Ole Miss right now, that guy is fun to watch. But he's not the style
do
that
you think that
Stafford
Jalen
is,
Hurts?
You know?
Do you think Jalen Hurts takes advantage of pass interference, like say a Joe Burrow or?
No, yeah, I know what you're saying. No, he doesn't take advantage of the legislation that's gone toward, passing the football in the modern game. No, he doesn't. I mean, in spots he does, but it's probably a lesser degree overall. Yeah, because he does run the ball more. I mean, look, the Eagles are a run-first team. They had been even in Jalen's early years.
Are they a run-first team because of the quarterback or because of the mentality against?
I think because of the quarterback. Yeah, he's a dual threat. He's great. Yeah, great with the legs. I mean, great running the football. Yeah, I think it's because of the quarterback. I mean, it's also part of the Eagles' identity in terms of their offensive line. They've done that before Jalen got here, But Miles Sanders and DeAndre Swift.
Help me out on the history of the team. Were the Eagles a run-first offense when Carson Wentz was here?
Not really, no. But they also weren't pass dominant. I mean, remember their pass catchers with Carson Wentz.
He did throw for $4,000.
He threw for $4,000. Look at that year. I would encourage you to go and look at that year. His highest receiver that year was 500 yards.
I saw it.
I mean, that was insane by Wentz, basically, that year. To have 4K with that group of people. So they were a more pass team because Carson Wentz obviously was a passing quarterback. But, they've always been offensive line, physical, imposing, and even when they haven't had great running backs, there's always been rare moments where the Eagles have shown interest in the great backs. It's either, to me, it was always like they went cheap at the position like they did with Miles, second-round pick, rookie contract, DeAndre Swift, whatever. They traded for DeAndre Swift, had, I think, a year with him before he was a free agent. When they had, Carson Wentz, remember the Super Bowl year? They had LeGarrette Blount. They had Jai they traded for. That year they had Corey Clement, undrafted free agent. They've always liked to run the ball. They've always wanted to be a physically imposing team. I mean, this goes back to Andy when they got the offensive lineman, and even early years of Jalen. And, look at Miles Sanders ran for 1,300. DeAndre Swift ran for 1,300 or whatever, 1,200, whatever it was. So it's always been kind of their identity, to run the ball for sure. But you also can't say that without acknowledging this owner and his infatuation with passing the football. He's always had this infatuation to be on the cutting edge. Yeah, to be on the cutting edge of offense and to throw the ball and, so.
How can you be on the cutting edge when your offense is 24th and you're paying guys $51 million?
Yeah, I tried saying that this morning. Like, I don't know what John's talking about.
Me
He's
either.
like, EPA, they're not even bad. I'm like, John, are you on crack? This offense stinks.
Bro, that second half of that Bills game, 4 3-and-out series of 5.
Yeah, it's a joke.
You don't have to. I could be. Hey, Zander, I could be blind in one eye and see that.
Yeah, that's this whole risk averse thing that I think they've taken on because of the quarterback too. But that is that. Like first half of that game, Jalen Hurts was great. I thought he played a good first half, and then second half comes and they clam up. They don't do anything. They run the ball on first and second down every play. They didn't really do anything. So is that to me them protecting the lead? I don't know.
let me play a game with you here. Would Jalen Hurts be a better quarterback without Barkley on the team?
Maybe.
He got to a
Was he a
Super
better
Bowl. He
quarterback
got
than
to a
Miles
Super Bowl
Sanders?
without him.
Was he a better quarterback? Well, you could
He was
argue
a
he
better
had a bigger.
quarterback without him.
You could argue he had a bigger jump in development, without him, because they didn't rely, even if they were run first, they didn't rely on it to this level. In 22, he had obviously near MVP year. 23, I think he actually still passed the ball pretty well in 23. So,
Bro,
that might be fair.
A fumble away from winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and last year, remember though how it went. Like last year, they ran the ball with such great success that it created this extreme circumstance of running the ball. Like I don't think when they signed Saquon Silz, they meant to get to this level.
No way.
I don't. I think they wanted a guy who had a higher upside, with the same output that like Swift had, a higher upside.
I wish that I had hammered that more home, because I remember asking you after the bye last year going, do you believe that the team is going to philosophically change the way that they're going to go about how they win games? And they have, to over the point. And they kept doing it more and more and more, because let's look at it here. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown and and Jalen Hurts have all suffered number-wise in reduction of production since Barkley got here. All three of them.
Well, they've doubled down on it a lot more, because he started going crazy, though. That's why. It wasn't like when they signed him, they weren't like, all right, time to take it away from the pass. I think they struggled in the first 4 weeks again. When Kellen tried to implement his passing offense, they scaled it back. Saquon starts running for thousands of yards, and they doubled down on it. And then this year they've been trying to like reinvent that,
Look at this here. So here's pre-Barkley for AJ, 1496, 1450, 1456. After that, 1079 and 1003. Let's take a look at Devontae. If his numbers have all gone down since Barkley's joined the team. I mean, every single guy that's on the offensive attack has been reduced in production because of the way the coaching staff is now here. Look at this. Pre Saquon, 1196, 1066. Now with Barkley, the last two, 833, 956. Bro, everybody is reduced in their abilities and their production since Barkley and the coaching staff. Everybody, Hurts included. Here's Hurts the last 2 years. This is what Jalen's done. He's averaging 400 attempts, 270 completions. He's 3,064 in passing yards. He's 21 TDs, and he's got 5 interceptions. Last 2 years as an average. Every single one of those guys, with the way that they're doing the business, has all been reduced in production. That's Nick. Would they be better without Barkley?
Nah, I don't think that. I think he's just
Barkley's very mediocre this year. I think he's a mediocre player this year.
Yeah, but I agree with that. But like when they traded for A.J. Brown, did he change the way they play? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I agree with you. But I think that's kind of all right, so what's the alternative? Don't sign good players because they're going to change the way you play?
No, how about trying to be balanced?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why when you sign Saquon, people say there's only one ball. I mean, maybe it has taken away from the other stuff. I mean, you would want collectively it all to get better, and it hasn't. It did last year, though. Didn't this year.
Now, to Abe's point here, Michael Jordan had to not win. Phil Jackson said this. So maybe do you think this is Nick's philosophy? Because Phil Jackson went to Michael Jordan and said, you can't win scoring titles anymore. You got to get everybody else involved. And you've got to get everybody in the offense involved. So you got to sacrifice. Instead of scoring 37 a game, you got to score 27 a game. He never won another league scoring title after Phil got there and they started winning a championship. He never won another scoring title.
Yeah, it's tough for me to compare those two sports,
No,
but
I'm
I
talking
do
mentality.
understand.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
I understand.
mentality about sacrificing numbers and production for others for the success. Because who do you think? Okay, so here, let's go
Yeah,
here.
but the problem with that is it's yet to be determined this year, because like AJ and Devontae sacrificed last year, yeah. Jalen sacrificed last year, yeah, and they won. The Saquon Barkley didn't sacrifice anything
No,
last year. In fact, he stood to gain the most,
which he did.
which he did. Now that he's not having that level of success and everybody's down across the board, if they have the same level of success this year and they go and win a Super Bowl, then we're all going to look at this season and say, yeah, they did sacrifice all the personal stuff to ultimately build to get to the finish line. I don't know that they're built that way. I know the defense is great and they could go the distance. I thought an interesting comment this morning. We had Mike Gill on. I'm not sure if you heard his interview, but he said, he's like, what's the moments from this season? Like, now that we're done with the starters, what are the moments from this year? Last year, you had Saquon's obviously crazy season. You had hurdling over Jacksonville players. You had a Nakobe Dean interception to seal a game. You had running through the snow. You had a lot of different moments in the year last year that made it a memorable season. What moment sticks out this year?
For me,
He said Jordan Davis's blocked field goal, and after
that's what I was just going to say. I just wrote
that's it. That's it. That's the
blocked
only
field goal
moment
against
this
the
year.
Rams.
And what?
The Rams won.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That was in September.
Yep.
I asked John this morning because I'm trying to I don't know. I don't really understand John's line of thinking at this time of the year right now. But he's telling me that any of these teams we play with the bad defenses, he's like, I don't see it like you with the offense at all. The offense is going to be, I don't think that I'm not as doom and
I'm in
gloom on the
agreement with
offense.
you.
And he's pulling out, I'm like, okay, John, well, what team have we done well offensively against? He pulled out the Rams, the Bucks in the second half, and the Vikings. Those are games that took place in September and October.
Yep. Your thinking's right.
I mean, in November and December, you look at this team's wins.
Yep.
Let me just pull it up. Let me just pull it up. The Eagles.
You're 7-5 since September.
So the Eagles score, the last games, they scored 15 points versus the Bears. They scored 21 versus the Cowboys. They scored 19 points versus the Chargers. They scored 13 points versus the Bills. They scored 16 points versus the Lions. They scored 10 points versus the Packers.
Okay.
And if you want to parade around 31 versus the Raiders, then be my guest. This team doesn't score versus even bad defenses. The Lions defense is not that good this year. Well, I know everybody loves the weather. John loves the weather excuse. I'm like, that to me
welcome
is not
to Philadelphia. Well, Zander, and I brought this up. Well, do you think there's any coincidence the teams that have won the most Super Bowls are bad weather teams, Steelers and New England? They both have 6. They're bad weather teams. They play in.
Well, that's where our defense will give us a good chance.
I want to show you something here. Okay, so to your point, and it's a great take, by the way. The Giants, the Cowboys had the 30th ranked defense heading into the final weekend. You split with them. The Giants are 29th. You split with them. The Bears are 28th. You lost to them in a convincing fashion. Here, Get this one. The Lions are 18th. It was like a freaky one-score game. The Rams are 17th. Where in the world do you think you've taken advantage? Look at this. The 30th ranked Cowboys beat you, came back from 21 down. And then get this, the Bears were 28th ranked. Do you really think you took advantage of the 28th ranked defense?
No, I don't. And the Bears game is the most, the one that sticks out the most because that defense stinks. The San Francisco 49ers went up and down the field on the Bears like they weren't even out there.
This is why your take on the Niners, and he goes like this. John goes, they're massively flawed, the 49ers. So are the Bears. The Bears have a worse defense than the Niners.
Well, this is where I think you can say John is right, is that the Bears are flawed, or the Niners are flawed in that if they're going to play versus a team like the Rams or the Bears like they did last week, they're going to have to get into a shootout because their defense isn't going to stop good offenses. Where we're flawed is the opposite. We don't score points, but we play We play really good defensively. I think having a great defensive team is a better thing to have in the postseason than having a great offensive team. But if you get an offense that can score more than 14
does that apply to Vic Fangio too? Then,
yeah, I mean, I think it's better to have a good defense.
Okay, so yeah.
Don't you think so? I mean, there's a reason people say defense wins championships.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I do. I'm gonna take a look at something here.
Who do you think? Not who do you want? If you were an Eagles fan, who would you be rooting for tomorrow night? Because if the Seahawks win, they get the 1 seed, and the Eagles will play the 49ers in the first round. If the 49ers win, the Eagles will more than likely get the Rams in the first round. This is assuming they're the 3 seed.
I don't want the Rams in the first round. I think the Rams can go anywhere and win. I think the Seahawks have to have home field to win it all. And I'm talking about winning.
Seahawks aren't winning shit.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want to see someone go up to Seattle and do that. I mean, listen.
Here, look at this. Let's say the Seahawks win. Let's say the Seahawks win tomorrow night. Yeah, I want Niners to win, and I'll explain to you why. Let's say the Seahawks win.
Niners aren't better than Seattle.
This is what I'm saying, though. No, they're not. They're not. But I think the Eagles match up better with the other ones. If the Seahawks win and they get the 1 seed, first round, the Eagles are going to play the 49ers. Second round, assuming they win, guess who they're going to play if the Bears handle business and knock off the 7 seed Packers? Guess who the Eagles will play in round 2?
They're going to play the Bears, right?
No, they're going to play the Rams.
The Rams.
No, would they? Who would they play? If they're the 3 seed, the 2 seed knocks off the 7 seed. No, the Bears would play the Rams. We would play the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
We'd play the Seahawks in Seattle.
In Seattle because they're the 1.
That's not bad. I can live with that.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Because then I think the Rams and the Bears will.
You got to go up to Seattle and win that game. Okay.
The Seahawks don't really scare me. I'm not gonna lie.
The Eagles don't scare me either.
I don't either, but I think the matchup is perfect because Darnold will give you some takeaways.
That's
He'll give
true.
you some turnovers.
Now,
I don't know if Stafford or.
Would you rather play a high-powered offense or a great defensive team?
Great defensive team. We don't take advantage of bad defenses anyway. So what's the difference?
That 49er team's not going to put 30 on that defense.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you get a great defensive team like the Seahawks,
See, to me, I think the Niners is a better matchup because you know why? I mean, if you have to win a game 21-15, 21-17, more likely to win that way because there's no way San Francisco's putting 31 on you.
No, but can they put more than 15?
I don't know on that defense. That's why I say it'd be a low-scoring game.
Who do you think would score more on the Eagles' defense? I agree with you, but in both areas that the Eagles' defense will handle both of them well.
That's right.
Who do you think will score more, Seattle or the Niners? I think the Niners would.
Boy, I tell you, Seattle's got some receivers, bro. They got some weapons up there, man.
Look at David.
But you're right. You know what?
David calling us the retards, and he's actually wrong. David, take a lap. Go ahead, get a sip of water, and come on back when your brain is working.
Alabama douche. You want to play a game here? I'm gonna name you my 10 best Eagles in 2025. I got this from you guys today. I have the 10 best Philadelphia Eagles. Here are my 10 best. At number 10, I've got Jalen Carter at number 10. At number 9, I've got Moro Ajomo. At number 8, I got Jalen Hurts. At number 7, I got Jalen Phillips. At number 6, I got Jalix Hunt. At number 5, I've got Dallas Goedert. At number 4, I've got Quinyon Mitchell. At number 3, I got Jordan Davis. At number 2, I got Zach Bond. And at number 1, my boy, White Lightning. There he is. Koopa. Milf hunting.
Wait, what was this? Your list of 10 best Eagles defenders?
Oh, this is my 10 best guys this year that I think have had the 10 best seasons on that football team.
And is there one Is there one offensive player? Hurts.
Yeah,
Hurts
Hurts
at what, 8?
Jalen Hurts at 8. Oh, Goddard at 5.
Mike Gill asked, who would be the MVP of the offense this year?
Hurts. And that says all you need to know.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
I heard you trying to fight him. I said, Zander, you just should say that's all you need to know. Because if he's the MVP of that offense, you got problems.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Who do you think? Give me 5 guys. I don't want to. I mean, you can only go 5 here. Give me 5 players that you thought had a really great year this year.
I think you hit some good ones on the head. I think Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, Zach Bond comes to mind, but I'd go even before him. I'd go Jordan Davis.
You see how
Jalen Phillips I like, but he, half a season.
Yeah,
so
do you like the fact I have to give Jordan his love, man? Jordan Davis.
Yeah, got to. He's playing good, man. He's matured a lot this year. There's a lot of good there with Jordan Davis.
How about more Jomo? I got him.
By the way, I don't know. My brain's not firing after the new year here. David, you were right. I just shredded David on the show. He was right. We'd play the Bears. The 1 seed would play the lowest seed. So we wouldn't go to Seattle.
Oh, that's right. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Here's the
David, sorry, buddy. David, sorry, pal.
Okay, here it is right now. The Bears right now would take the Packers on. The Eagles would take the Rams. Here. I got to remember there's 4 because the Carolina's going to win the South. It would be Bears and Packers. Then it would be Eagles and Rams, and then it'd be Carolina Panthers and the 49ers. Right?
What, in the opening round?
Yeah, 4 versus 5.
Yeah, but no, the Niners would finish 6.
No, as of right now. Right now, they're in the 5 hole.
Yeah, but they play tomorrow night. So
I got it. I'm saying as of right now, they're right now in the 5. So you're saying right now, if they win or lose, where are the Niners going to land?
1 or 6. Because I'm assuming the Rams beat the Cardinals.
Yes. So look at the records in the West. You think Seattle wins tomorrow?
No.
So they would end
up. I want them to win.
So they would end up.
Actually, no, wait. I want the Niners to win because I want them to get the 1 seed because then we won't have to face them.
Okay. So then you're going to have Seattle and San Francisco at both 13 and 4, and the Rams are going to be 12 and 5. What a freaking division. Dude,
oh, man.
2 13-win teams in one division like you had last year a little bit, but you got a 12 and 5 Rams team who, hey, this played out exactly what I said. I said that the 49ers would win the division and have the worst schedule, but the Rams would be the better team, and they're going to be the wild card team.
Yeah, look, here, let's do it. All right, let's do it. David, sorry, David. Hate to do it to you, David. Look, week 18. All right, who wins Bucks Panthers?
Does it matter? I think Panthers.
Let's just go Panthers.
Put the Panthers win.
All right, Seattle, San Fran. Who you got tomorrow night?
It's in San Fran?
Yep.
I'm taking Seattle.
All right, Seattle wins. All right. Let's say the Rams win because they're going to beat the Cardinals.
Yep.
Eagles win. Bears, Lions.
Lions.
Ooh, well, that's a big switch because then we'd get the 2 seed.
You think
See,
Dan
though,
Campbell,
but look
wait,
at San
let me
Fran.
show you something.
If
You
San
think Dan
Fran
Campbell,
loses, though.
wait, Dan Campbell being as aggressive as he is, you don't think he's going to go out there and play his ass
I
off?
do. I agree with you. I think the Bears could lose that game. I think
Yeah.
the Bears are the better team, though, so they're going to win. But I think the Lions are going to try and win. But if you put the Bears, you see how it changes. And if the Rams win and the Niners lose, look who's the 6th seed. 49ers.
But why wouldn't you play your best effort in a game where you could be the 2 seed and gamble that?
Because it's not all in your control. That's the problem.
Well, at least take care of your own business, though.
See, wait, this is where I think it's a beautiful setup. If San Fran wins tomorrow night, then you got LA in the 6th.
In Philly. And Seattle would play, yeah.
We really need the Lions to beat the Bears. That would be so nice. If the Lions beat the Bears, man, this whole thing, that is such a beautiful first round matchup. The Packers in Philly, Jordan Love's banged up. Defense is injured all over the place.
I want you to send me this thing, because I couldn't find it. Hey, do the AFC here. Are there any significant AFC games this weekend that could dictate?
No, not really.
Okay, yeah, Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. So who do you think will win? I think Pittsburgh.
I'm taking Baltimore.
All right, so you think Baltimore gets wins? That still didn't do anything.
No.
Oh yeah, no, they're in a 4.
That's right. They go to the 4th seed because they win the division.
Yeah.
Man, you get Houston in Baltimore with Derrick Henry.
Houston will probably win that. They'll be the 5 seed. Chargers I think the Chargers are resting their starters, so the Broncos are going to win. They're going to get the 1 seed.
Herbert's not playing.
They're going to get the 1 seed. Patriots, let's just say they win. Holy shit, the Patriots might finish 14-3 if they beat Miami. That won't change whether they win or lose.
I don't. Do you agree with me on this? Not one team that the Super Bowl champion's not coming out of the AFC this year.
I don't necessarily agree with you.
Okay, what do you think can win? The Jags? Bo Nix? You're telling me you don't believe in Sam Darnold, but you believe in Bo Nix?
I'm not saying I believe in Bo Nix. I just, the AFC's got to knock out the AFC. The NFC's got to knock out the NFC. And then when you get to the final one, it's a different ballgame. I mean, I'll tell you what, you might not believe in Bo Nix right now, but what if that dude rolls 2 playoff games and dominates in the AFC Championship? You might become Super Bowl. You might be like, hey, that guy's playing good. I'm just saying, let's see what happens. The AFC I don't care about until later because it's not in our playoff picture. I mean, I think I'd feel pretty good about any of those matchups in the Super Bowl. Maybe, New England wouldn't be my favorite matchup. I think New England could go.
Here's the problem you get with San Francisco. If San Francisco gets the 1 seed, they don't have to leave home. Remember, when the Bucs won,
they don't have to leave home all the way through the Super Bowl.
Remember when the Bucs won?
Dude, they're going to win that game tomorrow night.
Hey, remember when the Bucs won the Super Bowl? They weren't division champs. They had to go on the road because New Orleans won that.
Let me look up. Are the Lions resting starters this week?
No way. I bet you Golf plays. No way. No way.
Wow, I just typed in Lions news, and the first thing that came up is the first deadly mountain lion attack has happened in Colorado since 1999. A woman was killed by a Colorado mountain lion.
Wow. Terrible.
All right, let's see. Here's their January 2nd injury report. Anzalone's out. Alim McNeil's out. Penei Sewell is out. Amon-Ra St. Brown is questionable. Coyote Awasika, questionable. Yeah, so Penei Sewell being out's big. Alim McNeil's big.
Golf's
and
playing.
Alex Anzalone.
Golf's playing.
Golf is going to play, yeah.
Gibbs is playing.
Gibbs is playing, yeah.
Jack Campbell's playing.
Yep, Jack Campbell's a good player.
Okay. That your boy, wide receiver 2, he's playing. right? Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams. Yeah,
He's playing.
Yeah, Sewell's hurt. Yeah, well, so the Lions they're not sitting
They're
people.
not
They're going to
sitting
try.
any,
Yeah.
bro. You don't go for it 57 times and fucking not play your guys in the final game of the year.
But this is where the business comes into it,
Yeah, it does. It does.
Like, or is the GM or the owner saying, "Hey, I don't give a shit what you want to do, Dan"?
That's right. That's right.
Because remember, the other advantage for the Lions is this: if they lose, they'll have a fourth place schedule next year.
They'll go 13-4 next year.
Yeah. They'll be like the Niners this year.
Yeah. All right. I had to do it to you, and I waited to the very end. What'd you make of your boys yesterday in the Rose Bowl?
Oh, I'm surprised we waited till the end. Silz, I can't remember the last time that you come out of a game for Alabama and you're out coached, you're out physical, you look like you were out talented. By the way, let me first start here. I'll get to Alabama. I will eat my crow on Curt Cignetti. All right. I was up here and a lot of it was Bama fan fueled, but I said I thought he was maybe reading his own headlines. I thought he was getting maybe too much praise too early. I didn't know how good their schedule was. I said they didn't play that many great teams. Are they going to be ready for this many good teams in a row? Credit to Curt Cignetti. That team was not only well coached, they were so exceptionally ready to play that game. They didn't give a rat's ass about the Rose, but about any of the hype or the hoopla, the mystique of the Bama team. I thought that was a great question. A lot of credit for that team. A lot of credit to that coach. A lot of credit to that quarterback. I think Mendoza's awesome. So credit to those guys. They played well. They fought hard. I think they have an awesome shot at winning the national championship, and I was dead wrong about that. On the Bama side, we look like what I think Bama fans feared would happen when Nick left and you hired a Pac-12 coach. I mean, have you ever seen a Bama team get bullied like that? I mean, dude, it's 31-3, and the guy is still running right by him. Like, it almost looked like they were, they weren't even trying out there. I mean, so Bama got outclassed, out physical.
So you ended up 10-4 and 1-1 in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's brutal year. That's the worst playoff loss in the history of the program.
I like how you're talking because that's how I would look at that too.
Yeah, it's brutal.
If I was 10-4 and I was 1-1 in the playoffs, that's a failure season.
Yeah, that's a failure for Alabama.
Yeah.
Remember, dude, they had a good recruiting class and everything.
So do you think that guy goes into next year? What happens if he gets out and it's wobbly again like it was a year ago? You think he's in trouble?
I think he could be approaching Brian Kelly territory in terms of, you coach at Alabama, your expectations are high. If you lose 3 games next year, it's going to be ugly. But I think, I think the quarterback is a problem too. That Ty Simpson kid is not it. I thought he played so well early in the year, and now he looks like
I was shocked they benched him. I was shocked.
He doesn't know what to do out there, Silz. There's just too much pressure on him. The other part about that Bama team that everybody can see if they watch any Bama games is football for 100+ years, as complex as people will make it, some of the stuff stays the same. Alabama cannot run the football. They couldn't run the football all year long.
Crazy.
That guy, Jam Miller, when he got hurt, I mean, even when he was back, he wasn't the same. They can't run the ball. Couldn't establish the run. Couldn't do anything. And that's why their offense has been so stagnant. And I'll give you one other thing. It made me wonder about Eagles because, I watched an offense that sputtered and sputtered and sputtered, and they were able to get a win in round 1 of the playoffs. And ultimately, they got by a team that was disciplined, physical, and played their game. Will the Eagles get got with the bad offense? I don't know. I think the Eagles' defense is much better than Bama's defense, so it's different. But it did make me wonder: will the bad offense of the Eagles get got like the bad offense of Bama did?
I have an Eagle topic here for you in a second, but first, I want you to tell me who you think this is. Guy's football team went 10-3 this year. He threw for 3,163 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 7 picks. He ran the ball for 400 yards and 10 touchdowns rushing, 44.3 yards a carry. You know who that is? In college.
Is it It's not Trinidad, is it?
It's Arch Manning.
They
finished
Texas had a tough schedule.
They finished 10-3. He threw for 3163, 26 touchdowns and 7 picks. He ran the ball for 400 yards rushing, and he had 10 rushing touchdowns. So he accounted for 36 total TDs.
Wow. Yeah, Arch had an all right year. You know, I think it was almost a good thing that everybody kind of counted them out, kind of let him fly under the radar and find himself a little bit. You know, I think he's going to have a good year next year.
Do you think he comes back and makes his way back up to the top pick in the draft?
Maybe. It depends what he does next year. It depends what he does. But I think he could. That's an
outstanding year, dude.
I mean, dude, at one point in the year, it looked like Ty Simpson was going to be a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
He fell off a cliff. So it's like, you got to wait and see. I mean, you know, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I don't think your boy Carson Beck is going anywhere.
No, but I'll tell you what, though, one thing that I will give Carson Beck credit for, and I talked to a guy with the Miami Herald yesterday, and I said this to him. If you paid $4 million for Carson Beck, University of Miami just made $14 million going into the college playoffs.
Yep.
That investment
became worth it immediately. Yeah.
He became worth it.
Yep. Even through the problems. Yeah. Winning 2 playoff games is massive for your program, dude.
Yeah.
That's going to open you up to so many more recruits, too. I mean,
that's right.
The landscape of college football is changing, man. It really is quick.
The portal opens today.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, by the way, did you see Jeremiah Smith? How he was hugging all the Miami Hurricane guys because he went to school down in South Florida? Yeah, almost makes it look like the kid was disappointed that he chose because he didn't believe Mario's pitch.
I know. That's true. That's true.
I got one way to beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the postseason. And I think I may have got this from either John or Mike Gill or you maybe. And I started going back and watching a couple of the games. And I started looking at some of the trends in those games. I'll tell you one thing, dude. If I'm a football team and I'm playing the Eagles, I tell my guys, and if I'm a defensive coordinator, I go, if we win first down, we will beat them. They are terrible when they have to be in 3rd and long. If that team's in 3rd and long and behind the sticks, they can't win. That's the key to beating them. That's the key to getting up on Philly. Because that second half of Buffalo, dude, they were winning first down. Any team that's beat Philly this year on first down with them zone runs that you guys run, that's how you beat Philly.
I agree. I agree. I mean, good.
And in this right here, you're going to be taking on, I'll tell you this, if you have to take on Chris Shula or Robert Saleh, I think Robert Saleh's done a whale of a job. And they also have Dennis Allen up there in Chicago who made that 28th or 27th ranked defense, look like it was a top 5 defense. There's some pretty good coordinators on that side of the football. Head coach of Seattle's that guy as well. There's some good coordinators in this side of the aisle on the NFC side. Zander, if teams beat you on first down, that's how you beat Philly.
I agree. But I'll give you also why I think the Eagles could win at all. Is there as much as you personally like to joke about Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, and dual threat and this and limited and coach and cabooses and all these things? Is there a tandem in the playoffs that has more playoff success or experience than those two? And I don't just mean the NFC. I mean, the only 3 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks who are going to be in it are Jalen Hurts and Stafford. The only 3 who've played in a game, or 2, who've won, 3 who've played in a game, add Purdy. And if Aaron Rodgers makes it, I guess you would add him as the winner, but I don't know if he'll make it or not. I think we'll find that out this weekend. I mean, Tomlin has experience. Shanahan has some experience. Sean McVay, Sean McVay and Sean Payton. But, I mean, Nick Sirianni's been to a lot of playoffs. Jalen Hurts has a lot of playoff experience. Does that account for anything? Does that matter?
Not with your style of play. I mean, if you're telling me that you think style of play, or if you're telling me that his record with that style of play is the experience, okay. But they seem awful limited if they get behind the sticks or something where they're behind. Have the Eagles ever come from behind to win a playoff game under Nick?
Come from behind to win a playoff game.
I don't know this.
They didn't come from behind last year.
No.
No, they never came from behind last year. But that's because anybody who's watching the Eagles knows that their formula is get ahead early and then milk it. You got to give them credit. They don't get behind often.
No.
I'm trying to think of the 22 playoff game. Sirianni, intern, did they come from behind versus the Rams last year? I thought they were ahead in that game.
They were behind in the Ram game?
Eagles-Rams playoff last year?
I don't remember that.
It's 28-22 final. No, the Eagles were winning 13-7 after one. They were winning 13-10 at halftime.
Yeah,
It was 16-15 after the third quarter, and they won the game 28-22.
Yeah, they never. No way. Do you have to host the NFC Championship to win the Super Bowl?
Historically, yes. Eagles have never made the Super Bowl without hosting the NFC Championship game. So,
correct.
But I think they can break that curse.
I got one more for you here before we read these supers and we get our friend Mike North up. You ready? So check this out. You tell me what you make of this one here. You're going to love this. Let me get this here. Let me get these guys. I got it. Here it is. So our favorite website came up with the top quarterbacks the final weekend of the NFL season. This is CBS. Number 1 quarterback, Drake May. Number 2, Matthew Stafford. Number 3, Dak Prescott. Number 4, Josh Allen. Number 5, Jordan Love. God, I hate that guy so high. Number 6.
I've been telling you he's been playing good.
You're right, you did. Brock Purdy. Number 7, Justin Herbert. Number 8, Joe Burrow. Number 9, Caleb Williams. Number 10, Sam Darnold. Number 11, Trevor Lawrence. Number 12, C.J. Stroud.
Oh, come on. He's played like shit this year.
Number 13, Jared Goff. This ain't my list.
I love when Silz does that.
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, he's been terrible this year.
Number 15, Aaron Rodgers. Number 16, this is the best one of them all. Tyler Shuck is what's his name? What's Tyler?
They don't have Tyler Shuck above Jalen.
Tyler Shuck is 16 and Hurts is 17th. Tyler fucking Shuck.
Who made that list?
CBS.
No, not CBS. A
CBS,
human made it.
Right? No, CBS did that.
No, who made it?
Let me see here.
Is it Cody Benjamin or Pete Prisco or something?
I can't believe Prisco would do that. No way. There's no way Prisco would do that. They got Tyler Shuck. Wait a minute. That means Kellen Moore has coached a better quarterback in their eyes than where's this thing here, man?
It's Garrett Podell. Is that who you're looking at?
Is that the top quarterbacks? Yes.
Yeah, dude, this guy's a stiff. Who is this dude? Garrett Podell. Guy looks like a stiff with a pen in his hand.
Fucking Tyler Shuck. I saw that. I'm like, come on, man. Tyler.
He has played pretty well, but
he has. And he's won games. He's won games, man.
I think the Saints could be a potential fringe playoff team next year.
How about this? If the Saints win, okay, here's what has to happen. If the Saints beat Atlanta, and even if the Bucks win against Carolina wins the division. How you doing? Yep.
I think Carolina's going to win.
All right, one last one here. What happens when Scanner McKee, 26 of 35 for 265 and 3 touchdowns. What's the headlines on Monday in Philly?
Eagles get the 2 seed.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Dude, we're going into the playoffs. Like, it's not time to like revel about like fucking
really?
Tanner McKee.
Your
dude.
city. Okay. No, we're gonna go normally. Go. Hey, it's the Eagles. We won. No. People are gonna be going. If that guy goes nuts and looks like Tom
Howie's
Brady,
gonna be excited because he might be able to snake someone for a 2nd-round pick.
How do you know you don't have Tom Brady sitting there at 6 in the 6th round?
We don't know that, but we're never going to get to see that here in Philly.
Okay.
The Patriots would have never got to see Tom if Drew didn't go down.
That's right. Remember,
just how the cookie crumbles.
Famous hit in football is Mo Lewis knocking out.
How many Hall of Famers out there never got a chance to show it?
Oh, tons. Mo Lewis. Always remember this, Zander. Mo Lewis knocking out Drew Bledsoe on a Monday night game is why we have Tom Brady. Or there be
you gotta
no
give
Tom
Hurts
Brady.
more credit for that dude. That dude's I never think that Hurts is gonna go down. He just knows how to take hits. Strong dude, smart with the way he doesn't take hits. I mean,
the way he slides is how all quarterbacks should slide before you get
fall
hit.
on their ass.
No, I'd rather have him play the next play than not.
Well, that's true, obviously. Yeah.
I mean, somebody schooled him well. All right, let's get to these.
Fiddlesworth is saying the Crow is marinating and Silz is getting ready for his big meal.
Really? We shall see, Mr. Limited Offense.
If we get the 2 seed, I'll see you in Santa Clara.
Okay.
Eagle Nest says, even with all the problems, Eagles get the 2, we're repeating. Jalen is the most experienced guy left and has never lost in the link. I agree, Eagle Nest.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. I already see everything playing out the way Big Silz.
Oh, bullshit. Anything can happen. You'd be saying that.
I'll tell you what. Don't be shocked if they lose Sunday.
Who? The Eagle? Who?
The Eagles.
Eagles? To the Commanders?
Yeah.
To the Communist?
Yeah.
We did split with the Giants, so it's not out of the realm.
And the Cowboys. That means you would split with the entire East.
Who do you think's coming out of the AFC?
I can't say the Chargers because of the tackle.
I think it's Patriots. Assuming their whole team doesn't get arrested.
I'm gonna walk back what you said, and I'm gonna jump on what you said. I think Denver.
Yeah, well, they're playing good. I mean, I like the coaching there. They got better coaching.
And their defense is good.
Yeah. I like Drake May the most of the quarterbacks. CJ Stroud stinks. That's why I can't pick the Texans, guys.
If the Chargers were healthier, I'd pick them.
Stroud doesn't stink. Their offense stinks.
It's funny. Okay, well, hang on here, man. I mean, he's been to the playoffs every single year since he's been a starting quarterback in Houston. Let me get any love for that.
If we win it all, are you shaving it on the post game?
My friend.
Yes, I will order the wall clippers right to Silio's front door.
Let me tell you this, my friend. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you do.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I have no worries.
We need Mike North's team to lose tomorrow. That's what we need, and we'll get the 2 seed. Krause says Big Ben 2.0 is how I see Tanner. Nah, I don't see him like that.
Big Ben, Tanner McKee, I hang in there for that one.
Yeah. All right, brother. Good show, man. Let's see what happens this weekend. Pretty boring for the Eagles, but it will be good tomorrow night.
I can't wait to see Scanner McKee. 26 of 32, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns. And you know what you're going to have on Monday? Mike North will love this. Start Flutie. Start Flutie.
You're not getting that bullshit. I'm not letting that happen.
Hey, I can't
Not
wait.
If I can help it. Not if I can help it.
Bro,
all right, so it's a good show.
Got you, brother. I'll see you on the pregame show on Sunday, correct?
All right, dude. Yes, sir. See you, man.
Got you, man. All right, that's my boy there, Zander Krause. We appreciate him. I'll tell you what, man. I got to hand it to Mike. Mike and I are a lot alike here, as is Angelo Cataldi. We're kind of like the guys that people have those dolls where they poke things into, because we say certain things to keep people honest. I don't think that Mike North believes that this Chicago Bear team can win the Super Bowl. I don't believe they can win the Super Bowl. Now, again, I don't really think that there's a dominant team in the NFC, and I don't think there's a dominant team in the AFC. So maybe what does that do? Does that take that take away and go, Silz, I never in a million years ever thought Rex Grossman would get to a Super Bowl. And I didn't think Rex Grossman would ever get to a Super Bowl. Not that I'm a Gator hater, which I am. Okay, but all right. Without further ado, I can't wait to hear Mike's take on his Bears here. You got a big game. Let me see where that game is tomorrow. So that game is a pretty big ball game tomorrow, and it's going to dictate a lot here in how this is going to seed out there again in the NFC. So without further ado, we bring our friend in. He is my friend. He is your friend. He is Mike North. He joins us now here on the program. Happy holidays to you, my friend.
Happy holidays to you, Danny. It's good to talk to you. Good to talk